Okay, we're live. This is Stuke or Scott from Stuke's Baseball Cards and Curiosities. This is our this is our third boxing live. Got some esteemed guests here with me, and we'll probably do a round robin, talk about boxing, show off some cards or some boxing memorabilia. Um, let's go around and introduce ourselves. We'll go around start with George.
I am George, better known as Concrete Buddy. So,
Jay Average Vintage Collector, showing some average guy with just some average cards.
Okay, I'm Pick a Jim. Thanks again, Scott, for putting this together, and all you gentlemen. It's been a fun time last two times, and I'm looking forward to it again. So thanks everyone.
Glad to have you guys here. And then we have Steve, Yankee Cards.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Somehow my camera is not going to work. I've already shut down, brought it back up, and it's just not going to work. I'm going to have to bow out.
Okay. You can.
If I can figure this out, I'll come back in. But I got a whole bunch of stuff on my desk here, so
we're anxious.
It's one of those things, you know.
We're anxious to see it.
Okay, I'll try again.
Okay.
See you, Doc.
So, like I said, we're going to do a round robin. We've done this before. Let's go around the clock. We'll go George and then Jay and then Jim. So we'll start out. I'll make George big and then we can start.
Okay. Well, one of the first things I wanted to show was I got this exhibit card from 1921, and it's Joe Gans, Hall of Fame boxer, and he's in street clothes here, but it's to me this is just a really, really nice pose of Joe Gans, and I really like these 1920s exhibit cards because they give you a bio of the player on the back, and so these boxing cards are just awesome. Gans was just one of the roughest, toughest boxers, heavyweights around, and just an awesome fighter. So just kind of leading off with that puppy there.
I love that card, George.
Oh, yeah.
And not just because it's an exhibit.
No, to me, that's a great pose. I just love that. He's just,
boxer in his street clothes.
Street clothes, yeah. But,
awesome. Jay, you're up next.
All right. So I'm going to start with this one. This one's actually, I'm really excited about this one. So I actually bought this back in February. Showed it once on my channel, but I'm going to give it a little more attention here. So this is 1926, and I'm going to try and do this justice. Boxeadores Celebres, hopefully I say that right, of Gene Tunney. This is a Spanish card. Came from Spain, I believe. I talked to Orlando about this. The back has a little bit of a write-up there in Spanish about him. But this is a Spanish card. They have two different backs. There's the back that I have, but then there's some backs that have underneath that little biography, they have some type of candy advertisement. And I think a couple of the ones I had seen were San Fernando chocolates, maybe was one of them. You don't see a lot of these. I think there's only been it's very low pop, especially on the Tunney. Dempsey is also in this set, but I believe that the card says that it's Jack Dempsey, but it's not Jack Dempsey in the card. It's somebody else. So it's kind of, is it Jack Dempsey? Is it a Jack Dempsey collectible? Is it not? I don't know, because it's the wrong guy on there. So would I mind having it in my collection? No, I think it's still cool. But there's definitely some other guys on there. Most of them are Spanish boxers, and some of them have familiar names and others don't. But the two big Americans on there were Tunney and Dempsey. So that's my big one. I'm really happy about that. Like I said, real low pop. Real happy to have found that.
That's really cool, Jay. I see Brian Hodges 1455 is in chat. How's it going, Brian? Jim's up to bat.
I'm up. I'm going to go with a quick one here for my first one. This awesome postcard I picked up. It is nobody we know in particular, but it's a military postcard. It's a real photo postcard. And I just thought this was awesome. I love the photo here with these two guys fighting in kind of a makeshift ring.
No, I'm here. I'm
All these people crowding the ring, dressed in uniform. And a lot of times back in the day, they had transport ships that these types of events were known to happen on transport ships, or it could have been in a military camp or something like that somewhere. But I just thought this was fantastic. And looking at the back, if you look here, that's an AZO. So with AZO, that tells us that this postcard was made sometime between 1904 and 1918. And I just thought that was awesome, man. I love that. So
that's great information about the dating.
Yeah, I found that to be very interesting myself. It also indicates that it was Eastman Kodak produced photo as well.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like those action shots like that.
Yeah, it's just a snapshot in time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Doc, we still can't see you, but we can hear you. So I'll show something real quick here. I picked this up at the Minnesota Card Show, and this is from the Saturday Evening Post. It's an advertising cardboard, and there's going to be a story in it about a visit with Floyd Patterson, former heavyweight champion. And it's poster board or whatever. And there's Customata on there. You might have heard his name before. It's neat, with Mike Tyson, I believe.
Yep.
And that's Saturday Evening Post, 1959.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome. Very cool.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Gray.
Well, since we're going with Floyd Patterson, I picked this up recently. I'm not even sure what year this is. This is somewhere in the 50s. This is a card of Floyd Patterson, and it's from Barrett and Company, and it's a English card. I'm assuming it's cigarette card from the 50s. But I stumbled across this Floyd Patterson, so I said, you know what? I don't see much Floyd Patterson stuff out there, so I went ahead and snapped this up. So. Yeah, he was heavyweight champion, and he also won a gold medal in the Olympics. So I mean, he was very, very good fighter.
That was the 56 Olympics.
I don't think it's an Olympic set, to be honest with you.
No, I mean the when he boxed.
Oh, 52, he won it.
52. Okay.
52. Yeah, the set is called Giants in Sports.
That's neat.
Yeah. I got to do a little research on this. Like I said, but I figured, I hadn't seen this before. I might as well just go ahead and snap it up.
A
lot of these boxing cards are not terribly expensive sometimes.
That's good.
Yeah. So,
good for collectors.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Patterson had several fights with Imgar Johansson
Yes.
for the heavyweight championship.
Yeah.
It's a nice card. Thank you.
Very nice, George.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna start this one before I show the card. Just a little bit of history. So I just did Gene Tunney. Gene Tunney fought Jack Dempsey in 1926, and honestly, this part of this blows my mind. So there are 120,000 fans went to go see them fight, and it wasn't in New York. I can't remember where it was, but it was outside of New York. But those fans in 1926 spent over $2 million to see the fight, which is just crazy, that amount of money in that time period. Tunney defeats Dempsey, and then in 1927, there's a rematch. It's at Soldier Field in Chicago. There's $2.6 million taken at the gate. But the problem is that it was a controversial fight. So here is that fight, and this is an exhibit, I believe. Stu, I'm going to defer to you because I can't find this card anywhere online. There's none on eBay. Trading Card Database does not have this. But this was in a stack of exhibit cards that I bought from the Heckathorn. But there was an issue where Tunney was knocked down, and Dempsey went to Tunney's corner, which I guess in New York rules that would have been legal to do, but the second time they fought, they were in Illinois, and so that was not part of the rules in Illinois. So the ref was trying to get Dempsey to go to a different corner, and doing so gave Tunney extra time on the ground. So there was this really delayed count, and he ended up getting back up and he won the fight. And they were saying that he was down for definitely more than 10 seconds. So he probably should have lost that fight. But either way, I just thought this was an awesome card. The price tag, I just leave them on just only because I'm feeling them off. And I don't have a lot of these oversized top loaders. But yeah, I just thought this was a very cool card.
Yeah, it looks like an exhibit. It could be part of like a set from the fight.
Right.
That's
I've seen a couple of other images that are similar to that, but that exact card I have not seen or been able to find anywhere.
That's a really cool card.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
And back to Jim.
Yes, sir. I showed this card recently on a video, but I picked it up recently, and I love this card, so I'm going to show it again. And it's 1936 Mitchell Cigarettes, Joe Louis. And man, I love that photo there, Joe Louis. 22 years old, 1 year before winning the heavyweight championship. Got a nice smile on his face. And of course, Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber, arguably one of the greatest and most influential fighters of all time. He was a heavyweight champion from 1937 until his retirement in 1949. And he defended his title 25 consecutive title defenses. There's the back. And so, yeah, I just love this card. So I'm going to continue to show it for a while.
Yeah, my great-grandfather and my grandfather used to listen to Joe Louis fights at probably Friday nights, I'm guessing.
Yep.
He was very popular in the USA.
Yes, he was. Yeah. Yep.
He was also a golf barrier breaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he was one of the first people to golf in a
All white.
PGA golf sanctioned tournament.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So what I have next, I went to this boxing match in 1982. Scott Ledoux, I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Oh, yeah.
he fought Ken Norton, Larry Holmes, George Foreman, a lot of the big heavyweights at the time, Mike Weaver, Ron Lyle. And he fought in Fargo at Showlander Pavilion. And if that name sounds familiar, it's the same name of the Olympic swimmer, only it's named after his uncle. Or no, his grandfather, not him. So just happens to be that way. And there was 3 Minnesota Vikings at that fight in the stands that you could meet. And Tommy Kramer, Greg Coleman. I'm still having trouble with that, Greg Coleman, and Tony Galbraith. And I had all these guys sign the back of the ticket. And you can see at the bottom, Scott Ledoux is a different pen. My black pen ran out of ink. And Scott Ledoux goes, "Sorry, kid." And then someone else came up with a different pen. And so he signed the bottom there in blue ink. But when I went up to Greg Coleman, reason I mentioned I still have trouble with Greg Coleman, I called him Gary Coleman, who was on different strokes, and he's a short guy too, even shorter than Greg. Greg's about 5'6", 5'7". He took offense to it, and I took some apologizing to get him to sign his ticket. So a little story behind it, but it was a fun night. Met Tommy Kramer and all these guys, so it was a big deal in 1982.
Very cool.
So looks like we have a new guy on stage. Welcome
Hey, there we go.
Hey,
You figured
a
it out.
certain level of success in the old Hootsters house. Okay, who's next?
We'll go with you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Jump in and then we'll skip over to George after you're done.
so the last time I was here, back in whenever, I got these 2 things, which are the position characters from 1893. God, that's going to be really
There you go. That's better.
okay. So they're Red Cross, but since then I got a new one, and I actually researched the 2 guys that are on this thing. So I'm not a hysterian or a historian, but there are 2 people on this, and they are George Darson and Danny Needham. And so they are in the position of left-hand cross counter. I don't know if you can actually see that.
Yep.
So these guys, George Dawson, a lightweight bare knuckle champion. He fought. He was born in 1867. He was a champion from 1887 to 1891. He had a brief career. He only a record of 11-1-3, but his notoriety is that he developed the kidney punch.
Nice.
An unbelievable scrapper. Okay. The next guy is Danny Needham. He was also during that time. He was born the same year. He was a lightweight bare knuckle challenger. He only had one championship, which was called the Northwest American Championship. He had a record of 66-11-5-2. And he was born in, of all places, St. Paul, Minnesota. And he is part of the Minnesota Hall of Fame, which he entered in 2013.
Nice.
Great info.
That's cool.
I'm glad I'm here.
Okay, we'll go on to George. That's good stuff.
Well, I found this postcard online, and it's Muhammad Ali with the Beatles, and shows Muhammad Ali knocking out the 4 Beatles, and this was postmarked in 1965, so that would have been their height of their popularity for both of them at the time. So I just thought this was really cool. And occasionally you'll see like the same pose in like those Dutch gum cards, if you know what I'm babbling about.
Yeah.
But you don't always see like all 4 Beatles and Muhammad Ali in the same photo. So I was very happy to find this guy.
I really like when they're postmarked and it puts a date on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
puts a
that's
date
cool.
on there, you know, so it's like you know exactly when it was sent. So it just,
Mhm.
you know, so
Great
So,
stuff, George.
I think I mentioned in the last time, George, that one of the memorabilias that I had of boxing was Muhammad Ali with the Beatles laying on the canvas, all 4 of them.
oh, okay.
And it was autographed. The problem there is my ex has it.
So is that your X item then, or?
It's my ex item, yes.
Next item.
That is a problem.
Yeah, sometimes, you know.
Okay. What do you got next, Jay?
All right, so next one, and I can't remember this 36 or 38, but it's Cartilage Razors card of Max Schmeling. This set, the first half of this set were sketches, kind of like this one right here, and the second half of this set was actual photos. This card, I bought this on eBay, and after it got misdelivered to another house, and long story short, it took me almost 4 weeks to get this card in my hands from the person that this was delivered to. And I'm glad I got it back. Now, Max Schmeling, a little bit about Max Schmeling. He had some big fights. He was born in Germany. He was native to Germany, and he won a few titles actually in Europe and in Germany before he came to New York. He came to New York. He actually fought Jack Sharkey at Yankee Stadium, and that fight he actually won in the 4th round. Jack Sharkey was disqualified for a low blow. And even to this day, that is the only time that a heavyweight title has been awarded to somebody on a disqualification. It was pretty controversial when it happened. He had some other big fights. He knocked out Joe Louis, actually, in 1936 before Joe Louis was champ. But it was the second fight that was kind of the big fight. So the second fight was in 1938. Hitler was just starting to strengthen his power over Europe. There was definitely the makings of World War II were going to be there soon, and Hitler really kind of paraded Schmeling around as like as part of his propaganda machine. And when they started to really kind of put out there that Schmeling was going to fight Joe Louis, it turned into this big political type thing where it was the ruthless Nazis against the American kid. And there was a lot of hype put into this fight. And Max Schmeling became like the most hated man in America because he was the face of pretty much this match, face of Nazi Germany. And all that hype was pretty much for nothing because he got knocked out in the 1st round by Joe Louis. And that was kind of that. He did after that. After World War II started, he did become he enlisted in the German military, and he was a paratrooper in the German military. But there were stories that came out after World War II that said that he actually rescued some Jewish children. He would hide Jewish children in his hotel rooms prior to, when he had his kind of star status as a boxer, and he was able to sneak them out of Germany. But again, those are, I think, are just stories that come through. I think that he may have said that that's something that he did, but then that like kind of, how does that work when he was actually fighting for Germany? So it's kind of it's tough to know what's what. But really good fighter. He is in the Hall of Fame, but he had a lot of things surrounding him throughout. I saw the question about how they were issued. I believe they did come packaged in the Razor packages.
Thanks, Jay.
Yep.
Nice card.
Thank you.
Before I pass on to Jim, I'm gonna show my Jack Sharkey. It's a blue tinted exhibit.
Very
It's
nice.
a lot bluer. It's a lot bluer in person. I got to work on my lighting here, like I always say.
Looks pretty blue to me.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry, Jim. You're up.
that's okay. That's okay. Jay, that fight was more than a fight, really. It was a cultural event. That fight between Schmeling and Joe Louis. It was a really huge event. But anyway, I'm gonna show this photograph I picked up. This is a photo, actually. It's Ray Mancini,
Boom.
Boom Boom Mancini, and it says, "Wishing you the best for success. God bless." And Ray Mancini. And I'm going to blabber on for a couple of minutes, if you guys don't mind, because I want to talk about a fight that Ray Mancini was involved in. Maybe you guys know about this, maybe you don't. But on Saturday, November 13th, 1982, in a nationally televised event, which I watched as a young teenager live, Ray Mancini defended his lightweight title at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas against Duk Koo Kim from South Korea. And that fight would become one of the most tragic and consequential bouts in boxing history. Mancini was 24-1 record going into the fight. He had just recently won the title, and Kim, who had never fought outside of Asia, was the WBA's #1 contender, and he had a 17-1 record. And it was a scheduled 15-round bout, which was standard for fights back then, especially championship fights. And right from the opening bell, it was a brutal, action-packed fight. Both of those guys were just pretty much wailing on each other. And by the middle rounds, both fighters were visibly exhausted, badly swelling eyes, and Mancini reportedly had a fractured hand. And by the later rounds, Mancini, he was a bit younger than Kim. He was 21 at the time, and Kim was like 27. So Mancini's youth, and he was a little bit better conditioned, was kind of carrying him through. But, Kim was still fighting back, but he was absorbing a tremendous amount of unanswered blows. And early in the 14th round, Mancini landed a tremendous right hand, and Kim just collapsed backwards onto the canvas. And he attempted to get up, but the referee, who was Richard Green, stopped the fight and awarded the victory to Mancini. So immediately after the fight, Kim, they got him up, and he just collapsed right in the ring and lost consciousness. And he was rushed to the hospital with a brain injury and cerebral hemorrhage. And several days later, on November 17th, 1982, he passed away from his injuries. And that fight specifically influenced major reforms in boxing. Fights were reduced from 15 rounds to 12 rounds as a direct result. And also there was increased pre-fight medical and neurological testing as well as greater ringside medical supervision. And so if that fight wasn't tragic enough, 1 month after that fight, Kim's mother killed herself on suicide. And 1 year later, the referee, Richard Green, killed himself on suicide.
Jeez.
So it was quite a fight. I recently just watched it on, you can watch it on YouTube in its entirety. Like I said, it was a tragic fight, but the end result of it was that it brought about some positive changes for safety and health to these fighters. And but even like Ray Mancini was pretty messed up for a while after that fight, and he had a great career. He's a Hall of Fame boxer, but you know, who knows, you know, how his career, you know, could have gone maybe even better, you know, had he not messed up from what happened in that fight.
Yeah.
So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. I remember that fight distinctly. The one thing that I think you might have left out, it was an outdoor match.
It was.
The weather was hot.
It was
And
very
they
hot.
did not understand that Las Vegas, they talk about Arizona hot, Vegas hot is even worse. And the level of dehydration is quick. And he had lost so much body weight and body water that everything that happened to him was based on not understanding that at the time.
You know what? He had struggled prior. He had struggled to get down to the weight. I think it was 135 pound. He had to get down to fight, and it's noted that he had struggled to get down to that weight prior to the match.
Yeah.
So that was probably, you're right, a contributing factor.
I've seen so many fights in Vegas, but they changed the outdoor venues to nighttime boxing versus the daytime boxing. And that was a daytime boxing match
Makes sense.
in Vegas.
They should just have them inside anyway.
Yeah.
In Vegas anyway.
Smoke-filled boxing rings.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rather suffocate from the smoke than dehydrate as fast as a bag that's leaking like a sieve.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those smoke-filled rooms. There's just something about the ambiance of that. It feels like a fight. Feels like a sports event.
True that.
Well, thank you, Jim. Great story.
My pleasure.
Oh, me next, huh? All right.
Yeah.
So I have 3 cards 20s. One is the Sports Champions, 22 to 23, and then 2 strip cards, which are the W512 strip cards. Then I got a bonus strip card because, as I said before, you got to have a scrapper to be part of the game. So the first one I'm going to be talking to is this guy right here. Very handsome man. His name is George Capotea, a nickname the Orchid Man. He was a French boxer, actor, and a World War I pilot. He held the world lightweight, heavyweight title from 1920 to 1922, and won the European title as a welterweight, a 2 heavyweight, when he became the national prominence. His most famous bout after winning the title was losing to Jack Dempsey, which was the first $1 million gate at Madison Square Garden. His other notable loss was Gene Tunney, which at that point, he lost a 15-rounder TKO with 30 seconds left.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he was ahead on the scorecards. He retired in 1926. Later worked in entertainment, and he was an actor and the business fields. Ending his professional career at with a record of 89, 15, 1, and 1. George was a French Air Force aviator during World War I. He was awarded 2 of the highest French military honors, the Cross de la Guerre and the Médaille Militaire. Okay, that's as much French you're going to get out of me, unless you want something vulgar. Okay, this served to heighten his already acceptable popularity, not in France, but in the United Kingdom and United States. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1991. George Campeter.
Wow, great story.
Okay. Let's see here. This guy right here. Okay. This is 1922-23 sporting champions. And I think someone had a sporting champions already. This is Mike Honeyman. Mike Honeyman, born in 1896. He was a British boxer. He was a champion between 1920 and 1921. Honeyman was also RAF pilot, and he was an instructor for the RAF during and up to 1939. He became the champion in, okay, I already said that, 1920 and 1921. And he was also a referee after his boxing days. And this is the back of the card. If I can get that not to...
That's a cool bat.
Yeah. Okay. And the last of this trio of goodies is Abe Goldstein. Now, Abe Goldstein, let me put this, Abe Goldstein, was an American undisputed world bantamweight champion boxer from New York. He was known as the Pride of the Ghetto. He defeated Joe Lynch to become the world bantamweight champion in March of 1924 in Madison Square Garden. He was ranked 5th bantamweight of all time by boxing manager and Hall of Famer Charlie Rose. He worked with a famous New York trainer, Ray Larcel. He successfully defended his title 4 times during his championship years. And he lost his title to Eddie Cannonball Martin in a 15-round decision in December 19th, 1924. And this is another strip card. So I would talk about scrappers. And I got this other strip card, but I don't know if you can see that, but that's Jackie Coogan.
Yeah.
He played a part when he was a little boy, the Scrapper. Now, back in the movie Far and Away with Tom Cruise and
Nicole
his
Kidman.
ex-wife, they used to call kids around the neighborhood that used to fight on the streets scrappers. And he played a part as a kid as a scrapper.
Nice bonus.
Nice fun.
That's pretty cool.
Well, here's my other Jackie Coogan. So, bonus points. What did Jackie Coogan become?
Wasn't he Uncle Fester?
Uncle Fester.
Uncle
Yeah.
Fester, yes. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, great stuff. Up to me again. I'm just going to go with a local boxing match. It's the second boxing match I ever went to. And the main reason I went to it, it was in the town I was living in and I'm living in now. McCabe's Irish Pub. Can you imagine fighting boxing match at an Irish pub? Well, they closed off the street, brought in temporary bleachers, put a boxing match out on the street, or a boxing ring out on the street, and they had a couple welterweights, up and coming welterweights, come in and fight, Minnesota welterweights. Here's the program from that.
Cool.
And that's Larry Lacassiere against Bob Butters. They're up and coming. Lacassiere was 14-0 and Bob Butters was 9-0. And Lacassiere from the town I'm in won that match. And he got to move on to bigger and better fights, but he never made it too far past this one, because once you get, so far, you start running into some pretty good fighters. And he ran into some pretty good fighters and didn't make it too far after that. But it was like a hot, not really hot like Vegas, just Minnesota warm, maybe a little bit humid. And it was a great time. Didn't have to travel far, just sitting outside watching several boxing matches that day. I think the program has about 5 or 6 of them. Nobody here ever went on to be famous, but it was a good time. And that's all I got on that one.
Well, I guess it's up to me. I got this postcard recently. It's from 1910, and it's listed as some popular athletes, but it's got Jack Johnson on it and Tommy Burns. And Tommy Burns was the heavyweight champion before Jack Johnson beat him in 1908 to become champ. So you got Jack Johnson there. And then you got W.G. Grace and C.B. Fry, 2 famous cricket people. And George Hackenschmidt down here in the corner. He was a wrestling champion at that time. But I just thought this was a really neat card. I've been looking for this card for a long time. And I actually got it from Collector Not Hoarder. Hi, Tom. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can just make connections through YouTube, and you can get cards, a lot more reasonable than going through eBay or something like that. And it's a postcard, and not written on the back, but I was very happy to get this. Like I said, I've been looking for this for a while, so it's a pretty cool postcard. And since we're
What
Cool.
year is that, George?
this is from 1910,
Okay, that's cool.
and here's a George Hackenschmidt postcard, too, health and strength postcard. He was a wrestling champion, but I figured, yeah, close enough to boxing, so I thought I'd throw that in. So,
He's got some massive legs.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
He's got some classic poses too. Hackenschmidt does.
Hackenschmidt, oh yeah,
That's fantastic.
yeah.
I love that postcard though with Jack Johnson. That's cool.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Like I said, I've been looking for that for a while, and was finally able to get it. So, but yeah, postcards are really cool to me. You can find a lot of neat stuff on postcards.
You know, you had mentioned earlier having a postcard that actually had been postmarked with a stamp, and that's the coolest. That's the coolest of them all. I mean, you can get one without ever being sent, which is nice. I mean, the whole look of it versus a blank back or some type of stat back. But
Yeah.
the ones that have the postcard look, there are certain ones that are really cool looking.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, but to me, it's the front of the postcard that really matters. You know, 'cause
Well,
that's as long as the
This-
front is in good shape.
you know, you have to suggest maybe the salutation from the person who sent it to you. Oh no.
Well, like Bobby says here, add some good conversation, the information on the back.
Yeah,
Yes.
sometimes you
Yeah.
read some interesting stuff on the back too.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff, George. What do you got, Jay?
All right, Scott. I see your Sharky, and I'll raise you a Sharky. So this is my green Sharky. I can't really see the green, but this one is definitely green. And on the back, it's really hard to see, but pretty much it lists all of his wins, who he won against, who he lost against, who his knockouts were. And then in the bottom corner there, it just says, what it to clip this part. And I believe you can send it in, cut coupon.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it's the only one like that I have. But I thought this was a great image of Sharky. Sharky's the only guy to ever fight Joe Louis and Jack Dempsey. He fought both of them. I said before that he was DQ'd for a low blow on Schmeling, and Schmeling won the heavyweight. They did have a rematch, and Schmeling, I guess, was ahead in points the entire fight, and then lost on a split decision. Again, really controversial. So Sharky became the champ, and in his first title defense, he fought Primo Carnera. And Primo Carnera has a pretty checkered history of possibly being mob controlled and whatnot. And Carnera was losing that fight for 5 rounds. Sharky was kind of like batting him all over the place, just kind of doing whatever. And then all of a sudden, the 6th round, Sharky caught one and never got up. And a lot of people said that maybe the fight was fixed, but Sharky went to his grave denying that fight was fixed. But I guess we never know.
Mm.
But that's what I got, Jack Sharky.
Very cool. Very
Nice.
I think the green tint is older than the blue tint.
Is it? It's crazy how many different types there are. And again, this is another one where I'll look for it online and I just can't find this stuff anywhere. I just, I found it in one spot, this plus that other exhibit that I showed, and I got one more exhibit here. They were all in the same spot by the same dealer. I should have just bought if I could have bought the whole stack, I could have. There must have been 50 cards there. Honestly, there's so many in that stack that I just have not seen anywhere else.
There's so much out there. We got a postcard show coming up in July before the Nationals, so hopefully I don't blow my national savings on the postcard show.
You know, you can find some really nice stuff at a postcard show.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you can find nothing too.
Right.
I've been to both.
No different than a card show.
Yeah.
I got to start hunting around for some postcard shows around here. I don't look into it because I've never even heard of a postcard show before.
Me neither. I the only places I know that postcards is going to an antique store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go through all the other postcards, and probably by now they're all been weeded out, the good ones. But
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get lucky.
Well, George and I are on the circuit for this one postcard show. I must just go back and forth between Florida and Minnesota, depending on the season.
Yeah.
It's
I think they do
postcards
one
and
other
paper.
spot. I think they do a spot in Maryland too.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's 3 basically they do. But
It's the same it's the same company that goes to
Yeah.
Minnesota. It is.
Yep.
That's
Hmm.
cool.
they organize it. So, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And there's a postcard club in the Twin Cities here, and they have it show a couple times a year. So if you're lucky, you can see it advertised somewhere.
The problem with the real local ones are after you hit it once, they don't get enough turnover on their stock.
Yeah.
So-
maybe this is a good time to talk about a show in Arizona. So June 27th, there is a show, 27th, 28th. It's in Phoenix. Actually, it's in Glendale. It's at where the Arizona Cardinals play at State Farm Stadium. They say 400 tables here, but if you go to the website, it's now up to 800 tables. So
Okay.
I was just at back in, I think it was February. There was a card show at at Chase Field where the Diamondbacks play, and they completely had tables on 2 different floors, completely all the way around. So
Yeah, I've heard of that front row. They're doing shows around the country.
yeah, they're doing a lot of shows in the Northwest and West, and Colorado, and I think Vegas, and Arizona.
Okay.
So that's where I'll be going, June 27th.
Okay. Thank you. So yeah, I think they're staying out of Minnesota has a bunch of shows, and they go into the Dakotas and Iowa, and I think Dallas kind of has that area. So wherever you can find that they don't have shows, would be a good place to have shows.
There's not many shows in Arizona.
There you go.
That's interesting.
Well, Jim,
Yep.
do
I'm
you
going
got?
to stick with the postcard theme here. And I've got a postcard from Jack Dempsey's restaurant, actually. And there is Jack Dempsey when he fought Jess Willard and won the heavyweight title on July 4th of 1915. I'm sorry, 1919. And Jess Willard actually won the heavyweight title from Jack Johnson in 1919, 1915. God, mixing up my numbers. Anyway, here's the back. Says, come in and say hello, Jack Dempsey's Broadway restaurant. It's got a facsimile signature there, Jack Dempsey. And then apparently Jack Dempsey also had a hotel because it says, when in New York, stop at Jack Dempsey's Great Northern Hotel. So I thought that was pretty cool. Jack Dempsey was actually the first fighter to have $1 million gate, and that was against George Carpentiers. ironically. And he also had the first $2 million gate against Gene Tunney. So that's all I got on this. It's just a pretty neat postcard. It's fairly common, but I thought it was pretty cool. So
I actually have one of those at PSA DNA that are signed. I'm waiting for it to come back, which
Wow.
You have-
hopefully in my lifetime.
you have it signed?
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow. That's awesome.
Is that
Hey,
from
Jim.
what, the 40s
Oh.
or 50s?
The one that you have.
Yeah. What do you know what year that's from?
No, I don't.
I think it's from the 40s or 50s. I'm not sure.
Is it a linen postcard?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably 40s or 50s.
Yeah. I'm thinking that.
I have one more Dempsey restaurant item I can throw in here.
Okay.
This
Oh, I
is
remember you said
Very
that.
cute. Yeah.
the sugar cube.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
awesome.
Wow.
And it also has a picture of the restaurant. Let's see, so I don't show it upside down.
That's something you don't see very often, if ever.
That's
And then
so
on the
cool.
side, it says Jack Dempsey's Restaurant.
That's very cool.
That's
Pretty-
awesome.
Very
Pretty-
cool.
Pretty fancy for a sugar cube, anyway. But yeah, those postcards, I'd like to have a whole collection of Dempsey postcards sometime, but I just never get around to it. They look so nice, especially the ones where he's in a boxing pose.
Yeah.
And then
I was
there's-
just reading. I think it opened in 47. His restaurant.
Okay,
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah, I believe.
that's cool. Okay, Doc.
Okay, so what have I been doing lately? I've been filling pages. And when I fill pages in a binder, there are certain memorabilia and cards and descriptions. I'm just going to show you a page of my 205. So the light's coming through. Come on, give me a break. So I build one of these and I put my cards in. But one of the things I do, because these are all tobacco cards. Back in the day, you would get a coupon. So you had a half-cent, a 1 cent, a 5 cent, and a 10 cent, if in fact that you were lucky. And these are redeemable coupons. So this is a Piedmont. So I'm representing my T205s, which, I'm not going to show because we're not talking baseball. But let me put this back in real quick. And I decided to do this with my my 1910 T218s and 220s. So there's actually a Mecca.
Cool.
That's cool.
That's nice.
Very cool.
Oh
That's
man,
really cool.
it is really cool. And so, I have some cards coming in and some cards that I have in other in my own slabs. So I'm just going to fill this page of my Mecca cards, but yeah, that's the coupon. That's the coupon for the Mecca.
That's a great part of history.
Yes, yes. And I just found out that the Tolstoys have a part of this year, 1910. So I have not found any on the internet or eBay or anywhere. I saw it on Mangini's show. And then there's Hassan.
Wow.
Nice.
Let me pull this
That's
out. This is really cool. It's almost like a buck. It's got the feel of a dollar bill. Damn.
Looks like currency
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's
I
really
know.
cool.
So I've been doing it for all of the tobacco because you can find these coupons for everything. Matter of fact, I would like to pull out my Redmonds, and I have several coupons for the Redmonds. But this is boxing. That's not baseball. I understand. So this is my page so far for my binder for the boxing.
Very cool.
Those are nice.
So I'm going to do one other thing other than this binder right here. You guys are showing exhibit cards. I got to show Miss Knockout. Again, come on.
There you
Come
go.
on. She's a great gal. I also got come on.
There we go. Jake
Jake
LaMotta.
LaMotta.
Very nice. Very nice.
Cool.
It's a great pose of him.
Yep.
Yes.
That's why I like
And then-
about exhibits is the full body pose of the athletes.
About 3 months ago, I bought an exhibit card from a person. It never showed up, never showed up, never showed up. So I had to go back to the guy, and the guy, it's not here. It hasn't showed up. He refunded me. And then, like a month later, and this was like now in April, he goes, I never sent it. So I bought it again, and I'm waiting for it right now. But this is what it looks like. It's a Rocky Graciano.
That's awesome.
Great-
Very
Great
nice.
boxer.
Very nice.
I will
Hopefully
get
it
it
comes
someday. This is a 6 months journey.
Very nice.
That's funny.
Okay, done with that. I'm done for this round.
Okay, thank you. Good stuff. So mine is another local guy, North Dakota guy. Here's a magazine, Going Places. Virgil Hill, Olympic silver medalist, but he came back and he became the light heavyweight champion. And I went to one of his boxing matches in the Fargo Dome,
Cool.
Adolfo, Washington.
Nice.
And that was a good time. And then later on, I met him at the Roger Maris golf tournament, and he autographed an index card for me.
Oh, very
Yes.
nice.
He was really nice to talk to. I mean, several people around talking to him, but I mean, you got more of his ear if you were a female.
Yeah,
Wonder why.
age-old story.
So that's what I got for Virgil Hill. And then, he went on to fight Thomas Hearns and lost his light heavyweight title to Thomas Hitman Hearns. But it was a lot of excitement for North Dakota there for a few years. So that's what I got for Virgil. You got some more stuff, George?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
got this another postcard. I know I'm going heavy in the postcards, but this is a postcard of Philadelphia Jack O'Brien here. And right here, you can see this guy here. That's Huey Jennings.
Oh, cool.
And it tells you down here that it's Huey Jennings. And
Huh.
it was an advertisement for a gym. And so you got Philadelphia Jack O'Brien, a Hall of Fame boxer, and a Hall of Fame baseball player manager, Huey Jennings, on the same postcard.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
You know, I was very happy to find this. So I wasn't even looking for it. I just stumbled across it, and I'm like, wow, you just don't see that every day. So
Yeah,
No
that's
kidding.
a well moment for sure.
yeah.
Awesome, George. You're up next, Jay.
All right. I've got I think my last one's here. So this one, Doc, you beat me to the punch on this one. There's mine.
Dick Lamont.
So there's that one. But the other one I have for today is a T218 Sam Langford. Really happy to have this card. This is a newer one to my collection. It's the Mecca back. Langford fought anybody and everybody, but he had a tough time finding people to fight. You know, a lot of that had to do with his race. But a lot of it also had to do with he was not merciful in the ring. And
No.
there was a lot of fighters that would look to get assurances from him that he would be merciful in the ring when they fought him or before they fought him. He defeated Joe Gans in 1903. 1904, he drew a draw with Joe Walcott. In 1906, he fought Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson was 20 pounds heavier than him at the time. They went 15 rounds, full 15 rounds, and he lost a decision in that fight. And then, you know, speaking of just coming across not being able to find too many fights, when Jack Johnson did win the title, he refused Langford a shot at the title because of that 15-round fight. He was a little nervous, I think, that he would get a run for his money. But he fought a lot of people, a lot of different times. Harry Wills, he fought 18 times. Joe Jeanette, he fought 10 times. But a lot of people say that he kind of sandbagged during his fights and wouldn't go the full pace sometimes because he wanted to say, you know, to make it appear as though it was a much closer fight than what it was, so that he could get a rematch, so that he could get another fight. But he retired after having some eye problems. Last few years of fighting, he had some eye problems, and eventually he did go blind. And sad to see that happen. But yeah, Sam Langford was a hell of a fighter.
Good stuff, Jay. What do you got for us, Jim?
I'm up. Yeah, I picked up this T220. Randall and Turner. I don't really know a whole heck of a lot about these two fighters, to be honest. I just love these cards, the T218s and the T220s. So whenever I get a chance to pick them up, I just grab them. But it's a great looking card. And on the back, it's interesting. It says, this contest was fought on August 1st, 1825 with bare knuckles, but the funny thing is it clearly shows them wearing gloves. So not sure what's up with that, but it was fought under rules of the London prize ring and a ring for 100 pounds a side. And Randall won the fight after 34 hard-fought rounds. So there's that, and this one is a Tolstoy back as well.
That's nice.
I actually have,
Tolstoy, yes.
yeah, I have several of these T220s with the Tolstoy backs, actually.
Wow.
The T218s I've never seen with Tolstoy, but I do have some of these I've had maybe like 4 others too that have the Tolstoys on the back.
Well, this is the second card that I've seen now with the Tolstoy back. The one that Mangini showed and the one you showed now.
For 220 or 218, or
Just the Tolstoy back of a 1910.
is it Jack McAuliffe with the Tolstoy? Jem Carney. Patsy and Driscoll.
Nice.
And another one with Jack Randall and Abby Bosco. Oops, sorry. This is an interesting one, actually.
Wow.
It says on the
Jimmy
back,
boy, we need to be talking.
they're not for sale. So that's what I got.
Cool. Thank you, Jim.
Yes. Okay, which direction to go? I'll do this one real quick. Last time I showed my 5 ringsides, 1951 Topps ringsides. And since that time, I got this one by Joe Louis.
Nice.
Awesome.
Those are great looking cards, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're
That's a
great.
great set. That's a great set.
Okay, so here's what I don't have. My Rocky Graziano. You know who's got a nice copy of a Rocky Graziano is Melissa. Okay, so we're getting into the 60s. So this is the title fight of the Hurricane against Joey Gordella, and this is a type 1 photo.
Wow. That's awesome.
Nice. 1964.
August. So in August of 1964, they secreted the fight. The fight was supposed to happen in October, but it didn't happen until December. In Detroit, Michigan, I guess they had a pay-per-view for this fight, and I got a marquee sign of that fight.
Awesome.
That's very nice. That's very, very nice.
Love the colors on that thing.
Yeah, it's great. If you read on into this, they talk about the Venus de Milo and all this stuff, but these guys did not like each other. What else do I need to show here in this round? Unless there's no more rounds. Are there any more rounds?
Depends on how many everybody wants to go.
Okay. I'll hold this to, and I'll do this. Okay.
We'll have one more. I'll make an executive decision. We'll go one more after this.
I'll wait until next round.
Okay. Thanks, Doc. Love that sign.
Yes.
So I've got a card of, not sure what happened there. I got a card of Barney Richter. He was born in Canada and he migrated to Racine, Wisconsin, a suburb of Milwaukee. And he started boxing in the Racine area. Most of his matches were there. He's born in 1890, so he was fighting in the teens. And it has his matches on the back, which I like. And then he went to San Francisco in 1912. And I think he had a draw, and then he lost like his first 3 fights after that. So, and I think he retired shortly after that, but that's a good example of a guy. He'll start out good and in his hometown, then he'll go and run into some pretty good boxers down the road. It's a tough road to be a boxer. Plus, you got all the politics and shenanigans going on behind the scenes in boxing that you see in the movies. The gangsters getting involved and all that other stuff. So I just thought that was a cool card with all the fights listed on the back and all the dates, decisions, and everything. How many rounds it went. So we'll see what George has.
Fellas, I'm gonna have to take a bow here. I'm gonna have to bow out, but
Okay.
I hate to do that, but I gotta run real quick. But
No
this was
problem.
fun. Thanks,
Great
guys.
to have- great
Thanks,
to have you.
Dave, man.
Thank you. All right,
See
I'll
you,
see you guys
Jake.
next time.
Have a good
Yeah.
one, dude.
All right.
Oh, I was gonna show. This is a Kid Gavilan. He was welterweight champion from 51 through 54. It's an exhibit card, and he's known as the Cuban Hawk, and Hall of Fame boxer. And I just love this pose. You know, as soon as I saw this card, I said, I got to grab this guy. And like I said, he was an excellent fighter, Kid Gavilan. For 3 years, he just dominated the welterweight class. I just thought that was a pretty neat pose of that. And I thought that was cool. And I guess I'm also to show one more here since I'm doing this. I was saving this for Eddie because Eddie talked me into this card. This is Joe Jeanette. This is the T218, but this is the Hassan version with his name misspelled on the back with 1 N instead of 2.
Well,
So, yeah, they're harder to find. They're not impossible to find, but they are harder to find. So I just thought
Card looks great.
Yeah, it's actually in great shape. It's a little OC, but the front is great and the back is great.
Almost looks like a sunset on the picture.
Yeah, but it's a very clean card actually. So, so I was happy to find that. So, like I said, Eddie's the one that turned me on to that because I never knew there was a misspelling version, and it's only in the Hassans that you'll find the misspelling versions of Joe Jeanette.
Good information. Nice card too. Is that all you got for tonight then, George?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, save some for next time.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go see what Jim has on this last round.
yeah, I don't have really too much left. I got a few modern cards I'll run by you guys real quick. Here's a 1991 KO, Sugar Ray Leonard. This is actually a sample card.
That's cool.
I'm a big fan of the sample cards, so when I see them, I grab them. 'Cause
They're
Sugar-
fun.
I'll be showing a couple here in a moment.
You guys all know these guys. Here's a semi-local guy for me, Marvin Hagler from Brockton, Massachusetts. He was such a great fighter, man. Great career, underappreciated. And of
You got
course,
cheated. You got cheated
think so,
against
He
Leonard.
he certainly thinks so. And of course, I don't think we could have it's my opinion that we can't have a boxing show without at least some mention of Muhammad Ali.
Oh yeah.
There you
And
go.
that's him. That's when he won one of his fights against that's Joe Frazier getting ready to hit the canvas there.
I recognize the green shorts on Frazier.
That's right. That's right. That's all I got for this evening, fellas.
Thanks, Jim.
Okay, my last round. So, with boxing cards, I have the portraits, and I have this way. I have the sideway cards, the horizontal cards, and I finished up like 2 pages, and I had 1 card left on this page. The last time we all were here, and Armstrong.
Great fighter.
Oh, God, the sun is right there coming in.
I love Henry.
Okay. But, that's only 1 more page of boxing cards. But I'm going to go with my keys. So we have Meldrick Tiller. We have Roger Mayweather. We have Jimmy McGirt. Come on. Son, you're screwing with me. We have Lennox Lewis. I thought he was so powerful until he showed off his glass jaw. Yeah. Okay, Lou Duva. Who remembers Lou Duva?
The name certainly rings a bell.
Yeah.
He was a manager for some prominent boxers in the 80s and 90s. And then everybody remembers this guy, Larry Hazard.
Okay.
And there's a couple of young guys that I don't even know. But my last card of the night, I'm still looking for my Rocky Marciano card.
You and me both.
Now, every time I put a bid on it, it goes up, and then right at the end, it gets sniped away from me. But I found this one. This is a combination of boxing and baseball, and it's very modern. This is a 2021 Rocky Marciano with a DeLong framework.
Cool.
I don't know if you ever seen any cards that have like a DeLong look to it. It's pretty cool.
Mm.
And let's show the back. It's a Panini card, but that's my last card of the day, unless you want to see Miss Knockout again. I'm done.
Thank you.
Oh, unless you guys want to watch me open up this one card that I just got today. I haven't even opened it up yet.
Is it a boxing card?
Nah, it's not. It's a football card, though. Okay. I won't open it up unless there's a majority vote.
I got a Rocky Marciano to show you.
Good.
Maybe you've drank this milk before, Jim.
I have not, but that's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Rocky
That's
Marciano
cool.
milk.
I love that.
It say Brockton on there.
Brockton,
No,
Mass.
Stoneham. This one's
Oh.
from Stoneham.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know
cool.
where that is either, but
It's not far from Brockton, actually. Very
Yeah.
cool.
I wasn't
What-
planning on showing it, but it was a good
Well-
lead in, Doc. Then I'm going to show another Irish guy. Irish Johnny Curtin from Jersey City. And I'm sure wasn't a very big name or anything, but I know George likes these with the stats and the bios on the back.
Oh, I love those. Yeah.
That's the main reason I brought that one out. And then I have one that's who's more famous in the 40s and 50s, Willie Pep.
Yep.
It's a nice pose of him.
It is.
Hartford, Connecticut.
That's what it says on there.
I got that exact same exhibit myself.
That's great.
Hey, you guys want to see the Rocky Marciano I got a couple years ago for $20?
Ah,
Sure.
Sure.
It's an Italian card. Well, it's really it's a sticker, and it's from 1958. So it was right after he retired.
Yeah.
But I got this for $20, and it's
Wow.
it's kind of like you see the corner here. It's kind of like the edge is kind of, maybe I'm not showing it right, but it's just kind of beaten up at the edge.
Yeah, a Rocky
Maybe
for
that feels
$20.
better.
That's the deal.
yes.
But I mean,
You know,
this is like-
I tell you guys what I'm looking for right now, but you probably snipe me. I'm looking for an actually 54 Topps Snoop. What is those? Scoops?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oops, yep.
54, and it's the fight that he knocks out Wilcock.
okay.
He doesn't have a whole hell of a lot of cards from his fighting days.
No,
No.
he does not. I mean, he's got the 51 Topps ringside,
The ring lord.
or 52, and then he's got 54, and then he's got some other type of stuff.
Yeah,
But
Exhibit.
it's limited, very limited.
he does have an exhibit card.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. It's probably one of his more affordable cards, actually.
Oh, I've not seen that one.
And he's got a couple of cards where he was postcards from his fighting days, from when he was training. I don't know if I got any here.
I've seen some. I've seen some stuff that are outside the envelope. I collect matchbooks, and I have matchbooks of. I have a matchbook of a boxer. I do not have a Rocky Marciano, but I've seen them.
Yeah, see, here's a postcard.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really like this one. Yeah.
What a great photo.
Oh yeah, that's the Sports Illustrated cover photo, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's really cool.
and Holland Furnace Company was sponsoring his training camp,
Hmm.
and they produced these postcards, and they used the photo from Sports Illustrated.
That's fantastic.
So,
Yeah.
like I said, it's just a regular postcard, but it's just
Great stuff, George. I got to get that exhibit card.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Are you talking about the Marciano?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, that would be 768. whatever you said before. I'm not sure what number it was.
Anybody else have anything to add tonight, or?
That's it. I gotta start
The
building up
mystery
for work.
package.
I'll open it. Go ahead.
Okay, I will.
No, hang on. Let's twist his arm first.
Okay, so I'm doing a display in my hobby room. Now I have my office, which is my Yankee room. My ex-wife used to call it the penis room, but I call it my office. But with all the kids gone, I decided to use all the other rooms as hobby rooms. So I have like football, basketball, hockey, and majority football, baseball, excuse me. But I got myself a 1968 Gil Sears.
Nice.
Very nice.
So I got the 69, 68, 67, and I'm not going to get the 66 because, you know, I can buy this for 1/5 the price of that that rookie card. And I also have the his helmet signed. I have his super. You know, to me, he was one of the most special guys. You know, people like possibly a Walter Payton. I can understand that. I like Gil Sears, and I'm not a Chicago fan. I'm a Giant fan until I became a Viking fan, and now I'm a Viking fan. But once again, Gil Sears.
That's a cool card.
Very cool. Vintage football cards are so underrated, man.
Oh, they are. They really are.
Hockey too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The only hockey I really like to collect is the 80s Olympics and everything that's involved with that. I'll collect them. The guys that were on the 80 Olympics team that have their rookie cards when they went to the pros, but not all 20 went to the pros. I mean,
No.
it was like maybe 10 of them that went to the pros.
Yeah.
Everybody else went to, you know, like way out there, Canada and San Antonio Blade Runners. So, yeah. But that's all I collect in hockey.
I got a few hockey cards and a few football cards, but as a rule, I try to look the other way because you can only collect so much, you know.
That's true.
Totally understand.
Yeah,
Like I said, I'm a squirrel. I collect everything in a circular fashion. It's like a calendar year. You know, what I'm fancying this month.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah.
no,
I got no one to tell me no.
yeah. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Thanks to chat. We had some great people in the chat tonight.
Yeah.
Now we got to go find some more boxing items to show the next time around, which could be next month, could be 2 months, who knows. And Eddie has some stuff probably he wants to show. And
Probably.
Yeah, you know, that's sad because I was going to suggest to giving this to Eddie because I know isn't he from Seattle?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
They're close to Seattle, yeah.
Walt Payton rookie card.
Oh, there you go.
Not Walter Payton, Gary Payton. Gary
Yeah.
Payton.
the glove.
But I was going to give him my cards, which were Sean Elliott and Steve Kerr. But this is what I really want to say to you guys. Who's going to win the NBA championship?
The Spurs,
Spurs.
Sean Elliott
I hope.
and David Robinson. Yes, exactly, dude. And I'm from New York. But I live in Arizona now.
Yeah. Okay, so take it easy, guys. Good hunting, and thanks again, chat.
Thanks for everything, guys. It was a great time as always.
Yep.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you
Thank
putting it
you.
together, Scott. Thanks so much, man.
This
You're
was
welcome.
fun. This
Yes.
was fun. Thank you.
God, thank you for inviting me. And even though I'm late, I'm here.
Better late than never.
That counts. Thanks, everybody.
Peace.
Good one.
Thank you.
Bye.